That's way better, actually. We're just gonna be really red.
Why am I higher up than you?
Because I'm slouching. When we sit back, we'll be okay. Alright. What up, people?
Hello.
Hi.
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 Exactly. Really messed up this time. What's the Creed song? You'll take me higher. Let's introduce ourselves first.
Oh.
Alright.
Jesus Christ, okay.
Hey y'all, Patricia Brown here, director and writer of The Rookie.
Hi, Michaela Yount. I play the Rookie in The
The
Rookie.
Rookie. We're just gonna do some questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So there's that.
Where did you come up with the idea of The Rookie? It was actually not supposed to be the way it turned out to be. There wasn't even supposed to be a girl in it at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Apparently, you know, I'd suck too much to put in the original.
Exactly. It's supposed to be 4 guys. And I had to get The Rookie done for the application. It wasn't even called The Rookie for the longest time. I wrote it in my online psychology class, high school, because what else are you going to do online psychology? I mean, not psychology.
Not learn, of
not
course
learn.
not, because that's not what you do in high school for.
No,
right, kids?
It's high school.
Right.
I needed to get it done for my application in the film program. Then we found out one of the guys couldn't make it to set that day, and I had to get it done. I had to rewrite the story and add a chick in it. Michaela.
And so I'm here.
And so this is why she's sitting on the couch. I don't even know where I came up with the idea. I
Any inspiration or anything?
Not really. I just really wanted like a really cool looking action thing. Because I just did Continuum in high school, and that was more suspense and thriller.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to do some action. How was production?
Oh my god, so much fun. You guys don't even know. There's so many takes of everything because none of us can keep a straight face and not laugh at each other.
Because we're all friends. We're all friends on set.
Honestly, I wasn't really friends with anybody except for...
Yeah, you were new. You didn't really know anybody.
I knew... Well, I mean, none of us knew Casey.
I knew Casey.
I didn't know Casey because he's friends with her from Western. I knew Daniel because working with Daniel previously and just being friends with him for
Is
a
that the
while.
first time you'd ever met Taylor and Tate?
That is the first time I'd ever met Taylor.
Taylor.
Yes,
Okay.
that is the first time I ever met
So
Taylor.
needless to say, it was a good night.
It was an interesting day.
It was an interesting night.
And we got to be way too close of friends way too fast.
Exactly. This is really bad.
Yeah, we have a very terribly fun friendship.
But
That
here's the
sounds
thing.
so awful.
I kept him there like for 12 hours
Yeah,
because
we were in a jail until 4 o'clock in the morning because that sounds like a good idea,
I
right?
had connections to the jail, so I knew I was going to get into the jail, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I was going to be able to do that. So, but I could only get it for that night because the jail, it's not abandoned. Some parts they don't use, some parts they just use for storage. But one part of it is like a museum, per se, I guess.
Yeah, which
And
is
they were
mostly what we
setting up.
filmed in.
That's true. They were setting up like all week for a big art show of some sort, so I really only had the jail for that night and had to get everything done that night.
Well, everything that was in the jail that needed to be in it.
And it was intense. I think Taylor was asleep downstairs at one point before he met his little ghost friend.
Yeah, Taylor met a ghost in the jail.
basement.
None of us were down there, and he comes upstairs. She's like, "All right, who are you guys who's messing with me?" We were
We're all standing there looking
We're all
around
standing
like,
there looking at him like, "What are
"We've been
you
here the
talking
whole
about?"
time.
And he's like, "Oh my god."
All right. What were the challenges on set? We
Oh,
already kind of answered that
I think
a
we
little bit.
kind of did. Challenges were mainly not laughing at each other while we were filming because me and Taylor, like I said, we became friends way too quickly. And I'm behind the scenes while him and like I think Casey were the only 2 people on camera. I'm back there making faces at him. Somehow this kid's just dead face. I don't know how.
He's goofy, but once he gets on set,
He gets
boom.
that desolate voice.
He's got
and
that
he gets
Shane,
serious.
Shane from Walking Dead look to
He
him.
does.
And he's just like,
He's a very good actor.
Another challenge on set was working with Casey because Casey's my good friend from up at Western, and I had never acted before, but I knew he lived in that area. So I texted him and he said he was down to do it. He had never done it before, so it really helped me with directing because I got to sit down with an actor and just kind of like talk with him and like help him through his lines, and it was fun. I had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, the whole thing was.
It was all fun.
It was interesting. There was never a dull moment, I swear, except for at 4 o'clock in the morning when we're all dead tired and really just want to get a scene done with.
But I think one of the biggest challenges was the camera. I didn't film Rookie with my camera. And I'd been around the Daniel's Black Magic a lot, but I'd never actually used it. And it was a challenge. Take it away. Challenges as an actor.
Challenges as an actor. My number one challenge was probably jumping that fence at the beginning. Yeah.
Out of all the things you did in this movie,
jumping the fence was by far the hardest part of the whole thing. That, and I discovered that I run like a girl, and that was depressing. Other than that, I hadn't acted in so long, but it was, the hard part was like adjusting to people you don't really know that well, and working with people. But like, I guess, like I've said before, all of us kind of clicked really quickly, and we were all kind of comfortable pretty quickly, so it wasn't like weird for me to, I mean, it was kind of weird at first to be thrown up against the wall and like yelled at and like pushed and stuff like that, but like eventually you just kind of you're just like, all right, whatever, let's do this, and then it comes out really awesome, and you're like, yeah.
Positives and negatives of working with your friends.
Oh yeah.
You filmed stuff before, but nothing where you had to sit and memorize the lines and hold a gun to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
being thrown up against a wall by a guy you had met that night, and yelled at by a guy you met that night. Like,
and be stepbrother and stepsister with people I'd met that night. But that's okay. That's acting. That's fun.
You just got to be flexible with it, and like I said, luckily we all are friends and mutual friends, and
we're all friends now. We actually all hang out and stuff now, which is kind of
like best friends.
Awesome.
That one scene we did where Taylor threw up against the wall, the first take was so good.
The first take was so good, but his shoulder was in the way.
And you were like yelling at him, just like, and I'm sitting there behind the camera like big eyes, just so happy because how well this is starting out. I wasn't even looking at the camera. And later on we realized that it didn't look good because Taylor kept walking in front of you the whole time, just over there like a little kid at Christmas, like, oh my god, this is starting out so good.
Yeah, it really, like, that first take was amazing. And honestly, Patricia had never seen me act before, ever.
Y'all were like yelling
so I
at
think
each other.
I think me and Taylor both kind of surprised her a little bit with that.
You did. Because I'd worked with Taylor before, and I mean, I know he's good, but
you didn't know we would work that well together.
Good. Favorite part?
Really messed up this time. Confrontation between me and Taylor in the basement. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. The competition between you and Taylor at the beginning too.
Yeah.
Like we were just talking about.
Both parts. Every time I confront Taylor, it's really awesome.
The running sequence though,
I look so girly.
I know, but it's cool though because like
it's high speed.
Yeah, it's fast and like it looks really cool because like
it works well with the car and everything.
I don't know, with the Rookie the audience is dropped in at the climax, basically. Like, you've stolen the money, you're running from them, and it happens, the falling. But what you learn from this shoot, I learned a lot. That's the biggest thing was planning. Because we didn't
have enough crew members for one thing.
I did storyboards. Yeah, crew members. They would take shifts.
We'd take shifts doing audio, and
if she wasn't in the scene, she'd do audio. If Taylor wasn't doing something, he'd do something. My sister was there for a while.
We called our friend Sebastian to help us.
We knew it was like 1 a.m, so we had to call somebody, and we figured he would be
the only person awake. So
he helped us out for a little bit. He did help us
for a while. We learned to be more prepared.
But it takes shoots like that to make you a better filmmaker, and a better actor, and a better editor and director and stuff like that. So it was all in all
everything.
McDonald's is life.
I learned that this one really does get very stressed extremely easily, and she does a good job, but sometimes she's a little calming down.
Yeah, we'll all agree on that. I'm a filmmaker, it's what we do best.
I learned that collaboration is really key. Teamwork is a big one. I'm trying to think. I learned there's a ghost in that jail.
There's a ghost in the County Jail.
Probably more than one. And you learn that your little hometown isn't so terrible after all.
When you're there until about 4 a.m, you realize it's not too bad.
Space was actually a pretty decent place to film.
Especially at 3 a.m. There was nobody on the streets.
Nobody around.
It was desolate. I mean, it's absolutely empty.
You went there.
See how I did that?
Plug into desolate.
See how I did that?
You're welcome, Daniel. It's just, everything was pretty awesome.
This is what I like in filmmaking.
Except for the running, I don't like the fact that I discovered I run
Another thing
very
we learned.
femininely.
Taken from Zombieland. Rule number, what is it? 1, cardio.
Cardio.
Cardio is very important.
Very important. Good thing I already do cardio, but this one doesn't.
Thank you.
You don't do cardio.
Don't
lie to people.
I don't at all.
You have any more questions?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. All right. Well,
Hope you guys enjoyed The Rookie.
yeah. And also look out for some upcoming projects like Crossroad Blues.
Yes.
And the continuation of the episodes of Desolate.
Desolate definitely is coming out.
Yep.
Yeah, just keep an eye on Configuration 8 Films, Daniel Troy's production, and Anchored Down Film.
Yep.
Bye. It's going to cut off here any second.
Yep,
so I'm
probably.
it's on the other side of the room, so I'm just going to sit here.
You're too late. See, I'm telling you, cardio.